Make sure to put all your heat shrink tubes on your cables first. Now take your heat cable and score all the way around the cable about 4 inches from the end. Make sure not to cut too deep in order to miss the braid wire. From the cut area, remove the outer jacket of the heat cable. Pull a hole in the braid wire in order to make a pull-through area for the rest of the cable. Remember, do not remove the braid wire. About an inch from the braid wire, remove the outer coating of the inner jacket. With the inner core exposed, use a sharp razor blade to remove the material on the outside of the cable. By doing this, you will expose the bus wires from within the plastic core. Ensure that you do not cut into the wire strands. Expose both sides. Cut a V-groove into the core of the cable to help with extracting the exposed bus wires. Use a pair of needle nose pliers to pull the bus wires away from the extruded inner core. Remove the inner core completely until the start of the inner jacket. At this time, you're going to want to remove any portions of the wire that were damaged during the process. Combine 2 heat cables to make one by twisting one bus wire from each of the 2 cables together. Twist the bus wires in a tight formation. Measure the needed length of the bus wires with the butt connectors provided. Remove any excess material. Using appropriately sized crimpers for insulated butt connectors, firmly attach the butt connectors to the twisted pair of bus wires on each cable. Using the butt connector as a guide, remove the excess material on the remaining cable to ensure as little exposed wire as possible. Firmly attach using the crimper. Repeat for both butt connectors. Use a heat gun or torch to properly shrink the butt connector tubing onto the wire connections. Do not use the torch or heat gun around flammable materials. Once the butt connectors have completely cooled down, wrap the mastic tape around the wires, making sure to weave in and out of the wires and also to fully protect all of the wires from any possible water or moisture. The next step is to insert the smaller heat shrink tube over the affected area. Make sure it is centered. Once the heat shrink tubing has cooled to the touch, twist the two corresponding ground braids together. Insert the twisted pair into the brass crimp sleeve. Insert the single ground braid through the opposite side of the crimp sleeve. Firmly crimp the sleeve to hold all the ground braids together. Remove any excess material. Put on the very last heat shrink tube. Make sure it is centered over the affected area. Start in the center and work out in order to not trap any air. Slide the final heat shrink boot firmly against the finished tubing. Heat properly until a proper seal is made and a slight amount of glue is emanating from the boot openings. Due to current inventory or availability, your kit might include a 3-leg boot. The following will show you how to finalize your connection using a 3-leg heat shrink boot. Heat shrink the entire boot while leaving the empty leg to do last. Remove half of the exposed material. While still hot, use a pair of needle nose pliers to make a seal along the last 3/4 of an inch from the opening. For any other questions about your heat trace system, call heat trace specialists.